Hey, this is Ian, and this is an assignment from ESLinsider's course, and I'm going to show you right now how you can make a lesson plan and use this material. So this content, these students are probably going to be somewhere between first and second grade and maybe fourth or fifth grade, but it can really depend. I've seen some really advanced, like kindergarten kids doing some pretty um, higher level stuff, and then of course you've got sixth, seventh graders that their ability is not this far ahead. So the first thing you can do with this book is just talk about what you see in the book and what the students see, right? Because they have their own book. So we can just talk about these pictures a little bit. So number one, and maybe you could be like point to him and say, is it a he or is it a she? Just basic stuff. What color are pants? See, is he wearing purple pants? What are they doing? What color is this? You can look at these pictures too, and same thing. Ask questions. What she's doing. Find out if she. Don't try to like teach them anything here. Just ask them questions about stuff that they probably already know. Okay. So this is basically a substitution. It says, I'm tired. And she says, so am I. Let's take a break. So the substitution is here, like tired and take a break. And so down here you're going to use this format, this sort of basic conversation, beginning conversation, and plug these words in. So tired, take a break. See how they plugged them in here? This is basic kind of substitution table. And two would be like, you'd look at these pictures here and it'd be, I'm bored, and so am I. Let's go outside, right? Okay, so now depending on your class and their level, and if they, if they're lower level or this stuff seems kind of difficult to teach them all at once. If it is, you could just go through and, like I said, do the first four words. So everybody look at number one and say tired. Have them repeat after you. Say it again, tired. Have them repeat after you. Go to two, bored. Have them repeat after you. Then maybe you can use an activity to practice these. I'm going to show you some in a second. But these would be for vocab words. If you do it that way, you would need to get vocab activities. So now, same thing. So let's say that they're doing all right. They can grasp this much material at a time. So we're going to do it together. So it'd be just like this. Number one. Everybody look at number one, and we do it together. So it'd be like, I'm tired. So am I. Let's take a break, right? And you'd go through number two. You'd go through and do all these, all four of them. And after you do all four of them, you could like call on the boys. And then you'd say, now since you've already did them together, they've already said them 2 times each, now let's see if they can do it on their own, right? Because they have to make a sentence, look at the picture, and make a sentence. So you could say, number 2, boys. And the boys are going to have to look at, the picture here, the words here, and the format up here, and then put together a sentence, right? And after they do it, they say number 3, girls, and then have the girls do it. And number 4, you can go back to the boys, and then there's other ways. There's other teams. You can say teams. Say you have 2 teams in your classroom. You could have one team do number 1, and the next team do number 2. You can have boys who are 11 years old do number 3, or you can really mix it up. Individuals, you can call in a couple individuals, especially in a small class. You could say, Michael, number 4. And then if Michael has difficulty, you can have the whole class repeat after him. If he makes a mistake and says he's looking at number 4 and he says, just say he makes a grammar mispronunciation mistake, then have the whole class repeat after him. So everybody who says, I'm thirsty, let's get some water, right? Or so am I, let's get some water. Okay, so do a lot of drilling, a lot of chanting, have a lot of variety in there as far instead of just everybody saying after you, like mix it up. Like first you start with that everybody, then break it down, boys, girls, individuals, groups, this group or that group, or you know, you could throw in some jokes in there too, like I don't know, like all the uncool boys say number 4. See if they catch it or something like that, or all the cool boys, or you know, you can make some jokes up and plug them in there. Just not too many, but occasionally, you know, throw them in there, get them to laugh or something funny like that. Or all the monkeys say number 2, you know, something silly. All right, so after you do some drilling with this material here, you've got to choose an activity. So if you're just going to do those words like tired and hungry, and let's see what else, like go outside, get some water. So those are just basically, those are vocabulary words or phrases. So you'd use one of these activities. So for like those like charades, you can, charades is miming. Like you can look up how to do charades here, but it's basically miming, and you can use miming for the for bored or go outside or get some water. You can all use miming, so you can use a miming activity to practice these vocab and phrases. However, if their level's really good, you can just you can practice on the speaking, like their sentences or whatnot. Whispers is kind of basic, simple activity. It's pretty fun. It's just like you can look up how to do that, and that would give them a chance where they could practice like the whole sentence, whatnot. And there's a few activities that would work well here for sentences. Any of these. Make a sentence. This one would be pretty good for that. It's a little bit takes some time to prep the paper and stuff that you need, but it's a good one. So there you have it. So there's some ideas. So basically, what you want to start off talking about the material, the books, asking them questions. What color is this? Is it a he? Is it a she? Where are they? What are they doing? What's she eating? What's he drinking? Basic stuff like that. And then you want to do some, you want to teach them the meaning of the words, and basically the book does that with these pictures here, so you don't have to do too much in this case. So, and then you want to do some drilling. You want to have them practice the vocabulary words. You repeat each word 2 to 3 times, and then yeah, there you have it. And then move on to with an activity or two, depending on, you know, if you want to practice, you think they need to go slower, then you just do the vocabulary, a vocabulary activity first, and then just do these basic words down here, and then after they get better at it, you can go just straight to a sentence activity where they practice the whole thing.
ESLinsider.